So here's a stigma or a mindset I think small business owners have to break themselves free of. And maybe it's up to us consultants out there and us digital web experts to help them break through this mold. But I've had so many small business customers look at me and say, hey, this whole web thing, this whole web marketing thing, it's all tech, it's all geek stuff. I can't make it perform because I just don't understand what's happening out there. But the true problem is that while they might be afraid of tech, rightfully so, it is kind of confusing if you're not living in this world. That is only a portion of the battle, and dare I say, the easiest part. The most difficult part, and the thing that really makes tech work, are the stories that you can tell. See, these tech things, like a website, a blog, social media, they all need to be fed content. They all need to be fed good content. And storytelling, connecting with your audience, is something that takes a lot of transparency, vulnerability. A lot of people just not in that mode. They're kind of weirded out by talking to a camera or talking to a microphone. They don't understand the reach and the capabilities of platforms that are out there. I'm not saying that we should put all of our content on platforms. That's absolutely the opposite. I think you should build your own platform with your website, with your email newsletter, with a podcast and a YouTube channel, but use all of these social media platforms to drive traffic to your main source of revenue. Again, your website or your blog. So when a small business owner comes to me and says, oh man, this whole tech thing, I don't get it. Can you just do it for me? Well, the answer is no. I can't do it for you. I can set up the structure, I can set up the bones, the blueprint, whatever you want to call it. But as a small business owner, you have to drive the story, you have to drive the content. You have to drive the connection to the customer because nobody else will do it for you. Nobody else will do it better than you. I always find it funny when we would ask people to say, hey, you need to make some content for your website. Let's start with your about page. And people couldn't even write about themselves or how they got to where they were. And it was something that was always a head scratcher for me because, these are people who have been in business for decades, perhaps a dozen years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever. And it's like, why did you get into business in the first place? Can't you remember that? Can't we put that down on paper? That's what's really going to work. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. This is much more of like just a thought that I'm going to spill out here onto the channel. Breaking that mold of tech is just a small portion of this. To really succeed online with your website, with that tech that you're oh so afraid of, it actually starts with yourself. It starts with the storytelling and connecting with that customer. Let me know what you think. It's mattreport.com, mattreport.com/subscribe to join the mailing list. We'll see you in the next video.